Right, friends. So whatever we have discussed so far, is it clear? Any doubt for anyone? Right. So let's move on, friends. Let's move on. Now, again, you can see a set of random alphabets on your screen. Now, let's imagine that. Let's imagine that. Try to imagine, friends. Let's imagine that each, how many alphabets are there, friends? Just count it. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 alphabets are there. Right. So let's imagine that each and every alphabet is like each and every symptom that we got from our patient after case taking. I'll repeat. Let's imagine that each and every alphabet is like each and every symptom that we got from our patient after case taking. So after case taking, let's imagine that we have got 18 symptoms. Understood? Are you able to imagine, friends? These 18 alphabets that you see on your screen, just compare it with the 18 symptoms that you have got from the patient. Now, all the symptoms are not important. When you construct your totality, before you go for the repertorization, you are not going to randomly take all the observed symptoms. You select maybe say 5 or 6 quality symptoms out of it, which are most important in that case. Isn't it? Yes or no? So once you have collected all the symptoms, then you take out 4 or 5 or 6 most important symptoms out of the case to construct your totality, isn't it? So let's imagine that out of these 18 symptoms, these 6 symptoms are most important. Clear so far? Out of those 18, I have selected 6 symptoms which are most important in the case. Clear so far? Now, you have to logically rearrange it to construct an image. What can be possible? If we compare that with the image of an animal, what can be possible? Yes, if you logically combine it, it will be a rabbit. Rabbit has an image, right? So what I mean to say is that, listen to this very carefully. When we are done with the case taking, we may get maybe hundreds of symptoms. All those symptoms are not equally important. When we select 4, 5, 6 or 7 most important symptoms out of that case, and when we logically rearrange those symptoms, so that rearrangement also reflects an image, just like you have seen in this case rabbit. Is this understood? All the quality symptoms, when we isolate it and then logically rearrange that rearrangement reflects an image. Is it clear for all, friends? Please confirm in the chat box, because this is very important. So now what is this image called? This image thus formed is called as what? Any idea? What is it called? N number of times we get this term in Materia and philosophy. This term is called as the image of sickness, or we can say that portrait of the disease. Is it clear? This is what I will show you the reference from literature as well towards the end of this session. I'll show you from the evidence from the literature. This is called as image of sickness or portrait of the disease. Is this clear? Now, we have to take the case properly. We have to isolate the important symptoms. We have to logically arrange the important symptoms and construct the image of sickness. And with the help of repertory, we have to see which remedy is having a similar conceptual image like rabbit in this case, and that remedy will become your similimum. Is this understood? Once you have formed the image of sickness, you have to insert it into the repertory, and the repertory will give you 3 or 4 choices, 3 or 4 choices of remedies which is having similar image. Then you have to go back to the Materia medica, read all those 4 drugs, and then you will come to know which is the similimum for my case. Now tell me, friends, is there any need to memorize Materia medica? Materia medica has to be understood, not memorized. Is there anyone who is a fan of Amir Khan in this group online? Is there anyone who is a fan of Amir Khan? Sachi madam. Okay. Let's imagine that. Let's imagine that our app launching is going to happen. We are supposed to have our app launching in the next year, right? So let's imagine that our app launching function is being organized and we have invited Amir Khan as a chief guest. Okay. Now, one of us has to go to airport and pick him up. And the person who is going there to the airport, he has never seen Amir Khan before. He has never seen any movie of Amir Khan also. He's a person, the person whom we are sending to airport to receive Amir Khan, he has never seen any movie of Amir Khan. He has never seen Amir Khan at all in his life. So what we can do? We can give him a picture of Amir Khan कि ये देखो ऐसा होगा. एयरपोर्ट में जाओ ये ऐसा बंदा जो दिखेगा उसको लेके आओ. है ना? That is the best way. We can give him a picture. We can show a picture of Amir Khan and tell him that see this is the person who is going to come. Go and receive him from the airport and bring him here. So the photo that we are going to give to that person is this is the photo that we have given him. ठीक है? In very modern dress, blazer, and very handsomely dressed up. So this person goes to the airport and is waiting for Amir Khan to arrive. But unfortunately, Amir Khan lands up in this dress of Lagan. What will happen? क्या होगा? जो रिसीव करने वाला बंदा जो गया है, the person who has gone to receive him, will he be able to identify these if he comes out in this dress? He will not be, because he is expecting a person. He is expecting a person who will be very modern dressed up, and when this kind of person will come up, he will not give attention to him also. अरे कोई गांव का आदमी आ रहा है, छोड़ो उसको, है ना? But the person is the same. The person is the same in 2 different images. So what happens is that, friends, if we keep only one image of drug in our mind, try to listen to this carefully. If we keep just one image of a drug in our mind, if the same remedy is presented in another image, we will completely miss out the similimum. Because according to us, Amir Khan is well dressed up, modern person, and when this kind of person comes out, we miss him because this kind of image is not there in our mind regarding Amir Khan. So when we study a drug, when we remember few fragments of it and when we keep in mind just one image of that drug in our mind, if that same drug is presented in a different image, we will miss out him. We will miss the similimum. Getting my point? Now I'll give you one more example to understand this same thing in a very simple way, friends. Have a look at the next image. Now you can see four images, A, B, C, and D. Can you see this? Can you see this image? Now my question is, friends, which among these four is a lizard? A, B, C, or D? Which is a lizard? I'll say that it is not B, it is D. It is not B, it is D. D is lizard. How many of you will agree with me? D is a lizard. According to me, D is a lizard. B is not a lizard. How can I justify myself? I will not agree with you. I will argue with you. I will not agree. For me, D is lizard. Because the person who taught me about lizard, he had only told me that lizard is a living thing which has a tail. That is the only information I know about lizard. I don't know anything about the lizard. Nobody has told me anything apart from that. I have been only told that lizard is something that has a tail. So according to me, in this image, only the fourth image is having a tail. So according to me, that is the lizard. So this is exactly what happens when you have prejudiced knowledge about a drug. If that drug is represented in another way, you will miss out that drug. And according to me, pulsatilla is not like this. According to what I have been taught, arsenic is not like this. According to me, sepia is not like this. So when the sepia, arsenic, or pulsatilla comes with a different image, if you don't know the complete picture, you will miss it out. Getting my point? Now I'll give you just an correlating clinical example, friend. There are many people in social media who say that, "Are patient is thirstless. Which remedy? Patient thirstless hai. Which remedy? Pulsatilla. Are patient is thirstless. Go for pulsatilla. Are why for pulsatilla? Open the repertory and see. If you open the repertory for thirstlessness, see how many remedies are there. Then why only pulsatilla? So when you keep in your mind that pulsatilla is always thirstless, if a picture is presented, if a picture of pulsatilla is presented in front of you where the patient is having thirst, you will rule out pulsatilla. अरे मुझे तो बताया गया था कि pulsatilla is thirstless. This patient is thirsty, so pulsatilla is ruled out. No. Keep in mind that presence of one symptom doesn't rule in favor of a remedy, nor absence of one symptom rule out a remedy. It is the totality that has to fit in. If all the other symptoms apart from thirst are pointing towards pulsatilla, still the patient needs pulsatilla as the similimum. Same is the case when we say that weeping tendency. Oh, immediately again we think of pulsatilla. But look at the rubric. Weeping tendency. How many remedies are there? Pulsatilla is there definitely. But pulsatilla is not only the remedy. Why not others? Similarly, we talk about indifference. Immediately, अरे patient indifferent है, sepia दे दो. क्यों दे दे sepia? Why sepia has to be given if the patient is indifferent? Is sepia the only remedy that covers indifference? Have a look at this next. I'll show you the screenshot as well. See how many remedies are there for indifference? So these kind of prejudiced ideas are mounted into your brain by many so-called people who run their commercial schools today. I have seen that on YouTube. The pulsatilla patient will come into the clinic like this. The pulsatilla patient will wear the dresses like this. The arsenic patient is always like this. Do you see for batch 4 members? Do you remember in your demo group, I have shared you a complete chronic case. How many of you have had listened to that case where which remedy we had given there? Do you remember which remedy we had given there in that case, which I shared in demo group for the batch 4 members? Not acute case, the chronic case. In acute case, we had given phosphorus. In chronic case, the chronic case that I shared, do you remember? Anyone remember which remedy that lady was having excessive bleeding during the menstrual period? Do you remember that remedy? I had shared her feedback. So feedback also. Kitni dua de rahi thi wo patient. She was thanking a lot for helping her. Calcarea cup was the remedy given to me. One member who, yes, Calcarea cup was given. One member who was there in our demo group exited our demo group, and when asked that, she came, like what she was telling is that she's a senior doctor. She told that, sir, the chronic case that you have shared, I don't think so that the patient is Calcarea. We have got results from Calcarea. I have showed you how we constructed the totality. I've showed you how we reached at Calcarea. She's saying that, sir, Calcarea patients are not like this. Calcarea patient will never thank you for anything. Matlab, just for one symptom, you are ignoring the complete totality. These are the kind of teachings that these so-called experienced doctors serve you under the name of homeopathy. Are you understanding my point, friends? Now, in the next image, friends, I'm going to show you the image of an animal. You have to tell me which animal it is. Okay? If you give the right answer, I'll give you some reward. Or if you give me a wrong answer, then I will remove you from this session. That risk will be there. But if you don't know, you can type in the group that I don't know. But if your answer is wrong, I'll remove you from this session. Okay? Are you ready? So here is the image, friends. Who is going to give a try? Wrong answer, you will be immediately removed. Anybody want to guess? If you don't want to try, you can type don't know or don't know or I don't want to try. Why you are not able to tell, friends? Because Shamita ma'am, you have told cheetah. It's a wrong answer. What should I do now? The image is not complete. Since the image is not complete, you are not able to guess which animal it is. Similarly, only after the case has been taken completely, only after the complete image of sickness has been formed, then only you will be able to think about the simillimum. By listening to 2 symptoms, 3 symptoms, 4 symptoms, or 5 symptoms out of a case, you will not be able to reach at the right simillimum. It is only a partial image. Getting my point? Go and look at in the social media platforms, Telegram, Facebook, and the other groups. Does anyone share you a complete case? Few fragments of case are shared, and then people tend to start guessing remedies. And when we are into guessing work, we need not be right all the time. And we are not playing with any machines, friends. We are playing with the health and life of our patients. So don't run after shortcuts. Don't run after the baseless shortcut tips that is being provided by the so-called doctors under the name of modern homeopathy or under the name of clinical experience. You go and open the YouTube channel, search there, best remedies in homeopathy for asthma. You will get a lot of videos. These are the people who are really degrading homeopathy. Do you agree with me? There is no such thing in homeopathy. Unless every individual is unique and every individual has a unique simillimum for him. That can be decided only after taking the whole case and constructing the whole totality. And once you have formed the image of sickness, then only you will be able to guess the select the remedy. This kind of shortcuts will not work. They are just serving these shortcuts to earn some revenue out of YouTube or maybe to fill their own pockets. They don't know even the basics of homeopathy. That is why our system is still in such pathetic situation. The youngsters, those who are students, friends, right now in colleges, you just think over it. No need to believe me blindly, friends, but think over it and decide what is right and what is wrong. If practicing homeopathy was so simple कि मेट्री मेडिका को थोड़ा सा memorize कर लो, keynotes को memorize कर लो, चलो बैठो clinic खोल के, then what was the need to write the organon? What was the need to write the metric medica? Sorry, what was the need to write the philosophy? Why was it important to discover the miasms, predisposition, susceptibility, classification of symptoms, rubric, repertorization? Why do we learn all those things if they have no practical utility? These people who serve you shortcuts and tapes, they are misguiding you. Are you able to realize it, friends? Now I'll show you some of, there are plenty of references in the literature, friends. I'll show you some with respect to the image of sickness. It is quite possible for a remedy not having the highest marking in the NMSs to be the most similar in image as seen in the Materia medica. Now this, what it means is that the repertorization will not give you the right simillimum. The remedy which is coming on top is not always the simillimum. The top 3 remedies always have the chance to become the simillimum. Once you read all those top remedies, 3 remedies that you have got after repertorization, while reading one of those remedies, you will observe that the image of that patient is perfectly fitting in with that drug. So it is not necessary that the remedy which has got the highest mark should be the simillimum. The artistic prescriber must study Materia medica long and earnestly to enable him to fix in his mind sick images, which when needed will infill the sick personalities of human beings. Now, just like say, if your favorite actor is say Shah Rukh Khan, if your favorite actor is Shah Rukh Khan, then you must have watched all the movies of Shah Rukh Khan. The role of Shah Rukh Khan is different in say Dar. The role is different in Bazigar. The role is different in Mohabbatein. The role is different in say Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum. In each and every movie, the role is different. So if you have watched those movies, you have that in mind, image in mind. Okay, कभी खुशी कभी गम वाला शाहरुख खान ऐसा है, डर वाला शाहरुख खान ऐसा है, बाजीगर वाला शाहरुख खान ऐसा है, और देन वो even old movies, Raju Bandiya Gentleman, उसमें भी शाहरुख खान है. That is totally different. Even the new movies where Amir Khan is there, maybe Happy New Year or whatever it is, the role is totally different. So each and you are not memorizing it. Are you memorizing it? No. You are watching those movies and you are understanding it. So if Shah Rukh Khan is a drug, compare it like that. If Shah Rukh Khan is a drug, he can play different roles, different characters. In Dar, Shah Rukh Khan is playing a negative role. Villain he is. In Bazigar, Shah Rukh Khan is a negative role. Whereas in most of the movies, kuch kuch hota hai, Shah Rukh Khan is the hero. Duplicate or whatever movies you think about, different roles are there in each and every movie. So all those images are stored in your mind because you have understood that character. Similarly, each and every drug has multiple characters. You have to keep on reading Materia medica, keep on reading Materia medica, keep on reading Materia medica, and each of these image will be stored in your mind. Is this understood, friends? How many of you have got a clarity how to understand, how to study Materia medica? Don't memorize it. Learn to understand the image that is hidden in that remedy. Understood this part? Was it convincing, friends? If it was convincing, then please share your feedbacks in the WhatsApp group. All the groups, Prabhat 1, 2, 3, and even the new batch, Prabhat 4. Those who have attended this session, because we are going to basically share this video in all platforms publicly, and your comments will also be added towards the end. I'll take the screenshot of your comments, friends, and I'll add towards the end of this video before uploading it on YouTube. So please, if you have understood these sincerely, what is your feedback? Please type it in the WhatsApp group. Okay? Thank you, friends. Good night to all.
Good night, sir.
Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir.